Hi and welcome back. Today I'm going to try to show you the mold used in the buildings from the battle report that I did on my last video. I was able to use short shots and various pieces out of my BitSpin to recreate this Stalingrad looking battlefield for my battle report, and the pieces from this are made in the following mold. This was the very first mold that I made when I got into this hobby of homemade plastic injection, and I apologize for the lighting. The reflection is screwing up the camera. It's constantly trying to overcome the glare and the reflection, so I tried to do it as best I can, but yet still have it light up so you can see. This is a block of aluminum 6 inches by 6 inches, and this one I think is about 3/4 of an inch thick. So this side I call the nozzle side. In the back is a 3/4 inch pocket shaped like a 3/4 inch ball mill. I actually am using currently a 1/4 inch ball mill program to mill this out. In the front there are 6 holes drilled. The 4 in the corner are for these bolts to go in and catch. This is how it's bolted up to the machine. These 2 are 1/2 inch for alignment pins. On the side, this tool I use to indicate a location. And what happens is you take a 1/4 inch bit and you drill straight across, and then you cap them. Then you take the 1/4 inch bit and you drill down to connect those, and then you put hose barbs at the end. So when you're done, you have a system of cooling built into it. So that's this particular side of the mold. The other side I call the ejector side. The details are slightly deeper on this side because I want the plastic to stick in here more so than that side, because this is the side with the ejectors. You'll notice that there's a grid of holes. That's where the ejector pins push out. I created a standardized grid that could be reused on multiple molds. Again, the corners are for bolting the piece in. The brass is for the cooling, and the detail of the part is CNC'd in here. One of the things that you can see, once the hoses are hooked up, the cooling water will come in, cross over, go back out, come in, cross over, and go back out. So it'll come from the cooling tank, pass through here, and then go back out. Very simple cooling system, and aluminum displaces heat pretty well. So that works okay. The back side of this one is no milling whatsoever, just holes drilled through. But the ejector side has to have a way of punching out the parts. So that brings this piece into play. This piece is made of steel. There are 1/2 inch supports in the center. This piece can slide back and forth on there. There's a pin that comes in here and bolts to this, and it'll activate and knock the parts out. So that goes over. This piece goes on, and you have to fiddle around with it a little bit to get all the ejector pins lined up. Let me turn it so it's not going to have a glare on it. But once it's over the ejector pins come through, this gets bolted on, the ejector pins come through, the part gets knocked out. It is the most basic and rudimentary plastic injection mold with just the basics, but it works. I've made numerous parts out of this. And this got me started in the hobby and got me to where I was making a product and selling it, and I still used it to make my Stalingrad style ruins for the Heroes of Blackreach battle report. It's a pretty simple building. One of the things that I learned quite quickly was that the size machine that I have isn't really suited for making terrain, because shortly after I got the plastic injection machine, Kickstarter came along, and there was a plethora of people making MDF terrain, and they were able to make much larger pieces than this. So I kind of shied away from doing terrain because of the limitations of the size of the plastic machine that I have. I think I have about the biggest machine you'd want for home use that you can set up in your garage and still run on your house current. But it got me started, and I like it. It worked. Obviously, just like anything, in retrospect, I could have made it a little bit better here and there, but there it is. Since I did the battle report video and it showed the buildings, I thought it would be interesting to see where they came from and how they got started. Thanks for watching.